So, it appears as though we have a packed house, which is nice to see. Hopefully everybody in the building has paid attention to CWE Adrenaline on YouTube. If you've been following that, you would know things took a little turn for the worse for myself the last time we were here in Stonewall. And me and Kevin O'Doyle are literally, quite literally, I'm not even lying about this, we're the most successful tag team in like Canada ever. Like the most matches, the most wins, the longest title reigns. And the last time we were here, Kevin O'Doyle, whether it was on his own volition or Kevin Cannon's, well, he hit me in the mouth with the clothesline and hit a couple shitty splashes on me, and my stomach hasn't been the same since. So, if I'm being quite honest, O'Doyle, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And that's way worse. So from here on out, if I've got to go through Kevin Cannon, if I've got to go through the headline Sean Martins, if I've got to go through the whole roster, it's not going to matter because O'Doyle, there will come a day when I'm going to punch you directly in your fat head. That's not just a promise, O'Doyle, that's a fact. I will see you soon.
It's nice to meet you. We're Mary Brown's famous chicken and taters. Started in Newfoundland almost 50 years ago. Today, the secret's out, and we're coast to coast across Canada. Yep, that's our food you're drooling over. Made fresh from scratch in store. No fillers, never pre-formed or pre-breaded. Handcrafted, not machine-made. Real food from genuine people. As original as the island where it all began. Mary Brown's, honest to goodness.
Need a partner? I need a partner. Hey! Hey guys. What's up? How you guys doing? Hey, look, I need a partner for tonight. You interested?
I would.
Tag match.
I would, buddy, but I'm already busy. I got this thing with Stardom I gotta do. I'm sorry, buddy.
I got a lot of respect for Easy, but I got a title match coming up. I gotta prepare for that. So I'm sorry.
Okay, no, I get that. Title match.
Sorry.
That's good. Okay, thanks, man. I'll
Yeah.
figure something out. Whatever.
Take care. Best luck with. Yeah.
Partner. What am I looking for a partner?
I say no. Somebody. Because some will go longer, some will go shorter.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Yeah. What are you doing, brother?
Trying to see the phone bill.
Okay. Hey, you had a match tonight yet, or?
You know what?
No,
Not yet.
Hey, what do you say? Team up with me on a tag match.
Yeah, sure.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
problem.
Okay.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's.
Referee for this contest, Vern Hunter Jr. Heading towards the ring area at a total combined weight of 666 1/2 pounds. They are the team of first, the CWE 110 approved hardcore champion, the Misfit, Mike Bishop.
We are off and running. The big mean men coming towards your camera right now. Your 123 approved.ca hardcore champion and the unholy alliance that's been formed with the German juggernaut Moses Luke.
A lot of men on this roster are very good wrestlers. They like to get in there, they like to apply holds, and they like to wrestle. But these two men, they like to fight. They like to inflict pain.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Moses Luke has returned to the CWE. And of course, as you great fans know, on our last internet pay-per-view, He cost EZ Ryder the Hardcore Championship, or basically sticking his nose where it didn't belong and helping Moses Luke capture the championship.
Well, that is how hardcore rules work.
There's no rules.
There is none. Exactly. No disqualifications, no countouts, no rules of any kind except for kick out before the 3 count or don't submit. Those are your rules. Those are the only things that will cost you a win.
Even that was about 6 weeks ago. I'd still be checking the ring for staples or underneath the ring for a plunger or a stop sign or something. That was one of the most violent matches I ever saw on the internet pay-per-view, featuring EZ Ryder, of course, losing the 123approved.ca Hardcore Championship. And here he comes. He picked a partner.
Yeah,
Shades of Wally Carbo and the Crusher. You gotta have a partner. No Scrap Iron Gadaski. This is Wildman Firpo teaming with the grizzled veteran EZ Ryder.
Yeah, he picked a partner, all right. I don't know how much of the load that Wildman Firpo is going to be able to carry, but he's there nonetheless.
Well, you know that EZ Ryder would have won in this match as a handicap match.
Absolutely.
100%. He doesn't fear anything. He fears no man. But he very curious that he's going to let Wildman Firpo start this matchup.
Maybe he's just going to kind of see what old Firpo's got. Firpo hasn't been around, aside from the beating he took from O'Doyle a couple of weeks back. Firpo hasn't been around for quite a while either. I thought maybe he had resigned himself to a senior home, but here he is.
You bet that's your charge. Kevin O'Doyle, the Boston Bruiser. What's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, that big feud with AJ Sanchez, though?
Well, we got Shawn Martins and AJ Sanchez coming up in a future episode of Adrenaline.
That match has been signed. We've got that match coming up in a couple of weeks. In the next couple of weeks here on CWE Adrenaline.
And I don't know if AJ's going to make it to any kind of a matchup against against Kevin O'Doyle if Shawn Martins is on his game and performs as how he normally does. And I don't know if Firpo's going to make it to tag EZ Ryder before Mission and Moses Luke make short work of him. Oh no, he got in there. He got a tag in.
Yeah, I've just been told by the promoters that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. Good grief. Shawn Martins, AJ Sanchez going to go one-on-one. What a matchup we've got right now for you here on CWE Adrenaline. Coming up the next little while, some of the big stars you're going to see, but I'm waiting for Big Vito, May the 13th at Holy Eucharist Hall. That's going to be huge.
Big Vito, a man who at one time was hardcore champion in WCW, a man who's been in ECW, WWE, Japan, Mexico, all over the world, but a man who, as well traveled as he is, may or may not have seen somebody as unorthodox as Wildman Firpo in all those years. Wildman Firpo kind of has the advantage right now on Mike Mission, but not for long.
We talked about several weeks ago the passing of Caveman Broda. One of the men that knew Caveman Broda quite well was Wildman Firpo. And
two of them were definitely cut from the same cloth. I don't know what kind of cloth that was, but they were cut from it.
And now look at this. EZ Ryder just missed the tag. And maybe that's his game plan. Maybe that's his game plan. Let these guys kind of have their way a little bit, get their confidence up.
Sure, yeah, tire themselves out, beating up on Firpo. You just don't want Firpo getting pinned, though.
I gotta tell you, Firpo's lasted a little longer so far, but I think they're kind of toying with him. Look at the strength of the German juggernaut, Moses Luke, as he comes back, and oh my goodness.
Firpo just trying to roll over to the corner there to get EZ Ryder. It might be a little further than he thinks it is, though.
And now, look at this. Firpo goes over. And EZ Ryder coming in. He wants his revenge. Moses Luke cost him the championship. Moses Luke wants no part of him, but the tag is made to the hardcore champ.
EZ Ryder and Moses Luke have not been in the ring at the same time at any given point during this matchup. Now, EZ Ryder, I think, is taking out that frustration of not getting his hands on Moses Luke on one of his other nemesis, Mike Mission.
And look at this. He says he wants
Firpo back. Get back up here. Firpo is hanging up, pulling his trunks up.
Okay, what's going to happen here? Firpo makes his way back into the ring gingerly. And now, is he biting him? I think he's biting him.
The referee's telling him to get his teeth off the head of Mike Mission.
Mission's had his shot.
Yeah, definitely need a tetanus shot after that.
Tag made, EZ Ryder. I think what EZ Ryder's trying to do is he's trying to embarrass the hardcore champ Mike Mission and the German juggernaut. EZ Ryder now, huge clothesline, levels Mike Mission. 1, 2. Referee right in position. Tags again.
Firpo looks like he was still catching his breath from the biting and gouging he was doing. Now he's trying to figure a way to get himself into the ring, and he's got himself in there now. He's up to the second. Mike Mission almost grabs a rope, and down he comes with the double axe handle.
I'm laughing because you know that EZ Ryder is trying to embarrass Mike Mission. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
and now he's gouging the eyes.
Add some insult to injury.
Yeah.
In the biggest way possible. But now it's time for Mike Mission to repay some of that frustration that EZ was taking out on him onto the man, Wildman Firpo, that you see in the ring there, and that could be no.
Moses Luke cheering on his tag team partner, the man he helped win the 1-2-3 Approved.ca Hardcore Championship. Referee right on top of the action. I think it's some sort of skullduggery. It looked like he's a thumb to the eyes or pulling out his nose or something. Mike Mission just likes to maim his opponents.
He does. A lot of people forget, too, speaking of the 1-2-3 Approved.ca Hardcore Championship, Moses Luke very early on in the lifetime of that championship belt. Moses Luke was once the holder of that title as well.
Well, you know that when people return to the CWE, it's just not for the betterment of their health. They have gold in mind. Is it going to be the CWE Championship held by Mentallo? Will these guys go after the tag champs? Or will he put his eyes on the Hardcore Championship?
There are a lot of options out there. Wildman Firpo taking the long way around, taking the scenic route to get around.
Oh, look at this. He looks at EZ and EZ says, go get him.
Go get
Oh, he got it.
Mission saw him coming from a mile away, or at least from across the ring anyway.
You know, there's not often you see EZ Ryder smile, and he's not smiling right now, but there's something up his sleeve. You have to think, because why is he just basically not taking charge of this and going after both men? He probably could handle them. I've seen the guy take on 4 or 5 bikers in nightclubs and stuff.
Absolutely, but I think,
looked like he kind of missed. Or maybe there's
a little bit out of the way.
Maybe Firpo's stuff is greasy from eating chicken or something.
That could very well be it.
One
spam.
Dog food. He used to hang out with K-Man Broda.
Mission now getting a little bit frustrated by the looks of things with Wildman Firpo's lack of desire to stay down.
Being the hard.
And speaking of frustration, where's EZ Ryder going?
He pulls Moses Luke out. And look
He's
at
not
this.
waiting for his chance to get in there anymore.
Referee's preoccupied with the brawl going out. And look at Moses Luke turns the tables and smashes EZ Ryder head into the ring apron. And Wildman Firpo, my money's not on. He might not get back in the ring here.
EZ now chasing after.
What's EZ doing?
I think this match has just turned into a singles. EZ Ryder's gone. Moses Luke's gone. Uh-oh, we're back.
What has he got? Ouch!
Right across the back of the head of Wildman Firpo. He is out like a
1,
light.
2, 3. Good grief. I did not know this was hardcore rules, but evidently it was.
Referee definitely gave a lot of leeway in this one.
What's happening with EZ Ryder and Moses Luke right now? And look at this. He's just destroying Wildman Firpo.
Complete chaos. But
he stripped that barbed wire. He's wrapping it right around his body. He's tying him up. This is disgraceful.
Complete chaos, but that is what you get when Mike Mission is in the ring.
Yeah, okay, the referee bailed. Referee bailed out.
I don't blame him.
He wants no part of this.
I don't blame him. Mike Mission won. Fierce competitor. And the CWE.
There's your hardcore champ.
Hardcore champ. Yes, sir.
Wow. What a matchup in our main event. Here on CWE Adrenaline, Wildman Firpo. Looking a little worse for wear. There's your champion. Still not done with him. And now he bails out. Maybe he's going to find Moses Luke and EZ Ryder. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's. Mary Brown's Chicken with 14 Manitoba locations.
Cory Diamond, I know what you're thinking, but it wasn't a fluke. I just got the better of a 20-year-plus veteran, the lowly rookie, James Roth. But you know what? I will answer your challenge, and I'm going to beat you again, just to prove I am the real deal, and I am above your level.
Don't miss these huge CWE events. Friday, May 13th, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Holy Eucharist Hall. The card will feature former WCW Hardcore Champ, Big Vito. The next night, Saturday night, May 14th, CWE returns to Morden, Manitoba. All right, we're off and running on CWE Adrenaline. Dynamite Dave Petro ringside, joined once again by the mastermind, Kevin Cannon. And Kevin, we're kicking off this week's edition of Adrenaline with a huge single matchup. We see Cory Diamond coming towards the ring right now, and he's facing the very impressive James Roth.
This is a rematch from, about a month ago on CWE Adrenaline. James Roth is seemingly out of nowhere.
Yep.
And Cory Diamond in the middle of a match. That did not set well with the veteran, the independent wrestling veteran Cory Diamond. He demanded this rematch, and well, he's got it. And you know how the saying goes, Dave Petro, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
I got to tell you something. I've been so impressed with James Roth over the last few months here in the CWE, but I've always been impressed with Cory Diamond. That man is rough and tumble and one of the most rugged competitors ever here in the CWE.
He is. He can put up a fight against the best of them, but James Roth looking like he very well might be the best of them. And do you know where James Roth got his training from?
Who's that?
From the CWE Wrestling Academy. There's a new intake starting very shortly. Go to CWE's Facebook page or CWEcanada.ca. Check out some information, more details on the website and on CWE's social media.
And while you're there, check out ticket availability for the big one. Friday night, May 13th, Holy Eucharist Hall. Big Vito going to be on the show.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Solid himself.
And then the next night, Saturday night, May the 14th in Morden. Big Vito on that big show in there. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
And you told me last week the return of Hotshot Danny Duggan to those big shows.
Back in Canada and with a point to prove.
James Roth kind of has that Dan Severn look with that mustache. You know?
Oh, he absolutely does. He goes by the moniker The Real Deal James Roth, and he looks every part of that nickname.
Do you remember several months ago, the guy basically looked like he was wrestling in his Fruit of the Looms?
Yeah.
And now look at him. The success, the confidence he's gained, and the referee calls the bell. And we're off and running here on CWE Adrenaline. Cory Diamond, James Roth. This is going to be one big matchup. And we've watched Cory Diamond basically decimate James Roth, but he hangs in there. He hangs in there, and he hangs in there. And like you said about a month ago, out of nowhere, he's the winner.
Exactly, and how Cory Diamond, wasting no time, cuts James Roth off immediately with a knee to the gut and getting on top of his opponent, trying to be the aggressor. And so far, he's the first one to take his opponent off his feet. But James Roth back up. Wow.
The elevation. And look at that arm drag.
Now, Cory Diamond's a pretty big guy, so it's hard to tell based on the two of them standing next to each other, but James Roth is huge.
Look at the physique. Look at the Roth's physique over the past few months. How this man's been training, the concentration, the effectiveness, the regime of all this stuff, and James Roth, like you said, a graduate of the CWE Academy.
You want to know what else James Roth is not necessarily a graduate of, but a former competitor of? One of our great sponsors over the years to CWE, Brick House Gym in Winnipeg. They host the Manitoba Strongman Classic 2-3 years ago. He competed in that. He was hauling those boulders around and pushing semi-trucks and all kinds of stuff too. He is a big, strong guy, but no matter how big, how strong you are, if you get pulled down with your throat across the ropes, you're going to end up on your back.
The experience of Cory Diamond now with a couple of, we saw that outside the ring, some skullduggery, and now Cory Diamond kind of getting frustrated a little bit, and it's going to be a careful going for James Roth, because you don't want to annoy Cory Diamond too much, because this man is rough and said. But not taking anything away from James Roth, but experience usually prevails.
Here's athleticism and ability and sheer strength is nothing to turn your nose up at either.
Huge tag team matchup coming up on our main event. You don't want to miss that. We're going to see Mike Mission and Moses Luke teaming together. That's going to be big.
And EZ Ryder, as we just saw, found a partner.
Yep.
Wildman Firpo sitting in the locker room, seemingly with nothing to do and no reason to be here. But someone is better than nobody in almost all cases anyway.
Almost all. One may say it might be like a handicap match. We just saw what, oh my, look at that clothesline. We saw what your protege, Kevin O'Doyle, did to Wildman Firpo a couple of weeks back here on CWE Adrenaline. And look at that huge clothesline, but Roth didn't go all the way over. He caught himself on the ring apron. And Cory Diamond, he turns around, he can't believe it. Look at that shoulder block. And here comes James Roth.
Big man up and over.
Sunset flip, 1, 2, he got him. He got him. James Roth, your winner here on CWE Adrenaline. Cory Diamond just can't believe what happened to him.
2 in a row for James Roth, the rookie fresh out of CWE's Wrestling Academy. And the fans here couldn't be happier.
And Roth taunting Cory Diamond with that two in a row. Cory Diamond is not, he's inviting him back in, but James Roth, discretion is the better part of valor. He's making his way back to the locker room area.
It's been too quiet around here. There's a huge void. We're really excited. I can't wait to hear. I can't believe it. Thank you for the support, and let's go.
Look who it is.
Good to be on with you guys.
The first thing I'm thinking is like Summer of Jack Daniels.
There'd have been a whole lot of people not going to work the next day.
I was just trying to enjoy a beautiful day in Winnipeg.
Nice new format you got going.
I'm loving that background in the back.
Well, thank you for having me.
Roth! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Come on, Roth! Come on, Roth! Accept 2 out of 3! Accept 2 out of 3! Gosh! Accept, Roth! Done with this! 2 out of 3, you lucky piece of trash!
television main event right now here on CWE Adrenaline. Dave Petro ringside, joined once again by the mastermind Kevin Cannon. And this is a big matchup, considering we've got the CWE Heavyweight Champion Mentallo and Big Bobby Schink.
These two guys, I've seen these two guys go out together and hang out and have dinner and talk about maple syrup, whatever the hell else they talk about. I don't know that these two guys are really that angry or that upset with one another, but Big Bobby Schink has been on a roll. Big Bobby Schink has amassed a few wins, and Big Bobby Schink has earned his title shot no matter what.
I hope the CWE officials have scotch guarded the ring, because we know what happens when Big Bobby Schink comes in there with a bottle of maple syrup in there, gets his energy from that, kind of like Popeye and the spinach.
Yeah, maybe the ref ought to take that syrup away and go put it over on the timekeeper's table so that it can't end up in the ring and give a little disaster for us.
It's like he's got it attached to his ring attire. Good thing it's not wasp season.
Oh yeah,
he's got it.
For it then.
The fans love this. This is going to be one intriguing matchup because the fans love both these guys.
Yes.
And when you get these guys, and Bobby Schink, we know he's been on both sides of the law before, and Mentallo's just been beloved in this area, but the fans have really taken heart to the big man, Bobby Schink. Sweet Bobby Schink.
That's right, sweet Bobby Schink. Definitely somebody that the CWE fans like to get behind, as is this man, Mentallo, your CWE champion.
Here
it's
he
going
comes.
to be interesting to see who gets the cheers and who gets the jeers here tonight. You're right, Dave Petro. I do wonder. Maybe it'll just be whoever puts on the better performance and whoever is the aggressor out of the gates and gets on top of the guy.
Holding up the gold, our CWE Heavyweight Champion, Mentallo, the Zombie Killer. Sweet Bobby Schink being checked by the referee. 1 fall, 60-minute time limit, like all CWE Heavyweight Championship matches are. He's doing an extra little kind of a cleaning job, maybe. Doesn't want to maybe extra maple syrup packets or
just
something.
making sure that he doesn't have the little travel packets that they'll give you with a takeout order hidden in his boots.
Just before we get to the bell ringing on this one, of course, the talk of the entire professional wrestling world. All the eyes are going to be on Holy Eucharist Hall, Friday night, May 13th. Big Vito, former WCW Hardcore champ, he'll be in town for that huge show on Friday, May the 13th, Holy Eucharist Hall. Go to CWE Canada for more details on how you can get tickets. And then the next night, we return to Morden, Manitoba. Maybe Big Sweet Bobby Schink will be there. It's Corn and Apple Festival in August. Maybe they got some extra corn and apples for the sweetness.
That could be. Big Vito's going to be on hand for that one too. And you know who else is going to be on those shows May 13th and May 14th in Manitoba, Dave Petro?
Who?
Hotshot Danny Duggan.
Hotshot Danny Duggan's back!
Return. He'll be making his return. He's not a fan of the country of Canada anymore.
No.
Canada turned their back on him, but he hasn't turned his back on Canada. He's back to entertain the masses. And Sweet Bobby Schink entertaining the idea of attacking Mentallo first, and Mentallo quickly turns that around on him.
That's a nice peach-colored ring attire on Mentallo, and look at him bringing himself in, and Sweet Bobby Schink bails out. He just basically got rocked as soon as that bell rang. Hotshot Danny Duggan. I thought I saw some picture of him with a Magda hat on.
I wouldn't put that past him whatsoever.
Have you ever had a conversation with him?
Of course I have. I'm Kevin Cannon. I'm the mastermind. I've talked to everybody on the CWE roster. I know all the goings on.
He was just so disgusted with the officials here at CWE. He was disgusted with Canada, and he basically packed his bag and took off.
He's been in the southeastern and Midwest United States for the last 6, 7, 8 months now. He has returned. He's going to show Canada exactly what he's all about, something he's done his whole career anyway. And speaking of people that will be on the May 13th and May 14th shows in Winnipeg and Morden respectively, do you know who won't be?
Who won't be?
Kevy Chevy is under suspension right now. Unfortunately for his attack on the referees a couple of weeks back on Adrenaline, and some of the coarse language that he's been using on CWE shows and during public appearances.
I heard that the authorities almost got called in Calgary on him.
Oh yeah, he has been on a tear as of late. Ever since he lost that CWE championship.
Has been a changed
He's been
man.
a different man, and right now he's facing suspension. I'm going to try and get Kevin Chevy to speak on that matter. I don't know. I can't promise you anything, but I bet you he's got something to say and it'll be interesting. Maybe even more interesting, but not, oh, maybe not than this matchup here. Big Bobby Schink.
Oh my! Look at that elevation! Airplane spin!
The champ is going for a ride, and there's only one
Look
way
at the
off
ref-
of this airplane.
I watch out at the referee. He looks like he's getting dizzy.
Oh.
And he just drops him because sweet Bobby Schink, he's dizzy as well.
Alfonso, the referee, trying to catch him.
He just decimated Mentallo.
Almost a 3 there.
Back to Kevin Chevy. We were all part of that huge show in Lilac in August when he captured the CWE Heavyweight Championship from Hotshot Danny Duggan. And then once he lost it, he was a different dude.
That's right. 2,000 people attended that event, and every single one of them was behind Kevin Chevy in heart and soul that evening. And into the morning, I would add as well.
Like Monday too. Big body slam by Bobby Schink. We gotta get. This is a huge matchup. But I gotta be. Hey, you gotta be part. Wrestling fans, you gotta be part of those big shows. May the 13th in Winnipeg, Holy Eucharist Hall, and then May the 14th, Morden. All the information on our social media and our website, CWECanada.ca. Get your tickets in advance. Those events are sure to sell out. And look at Big Bobby Schink. He wore out Mentallo with that airplane spin and the colossal boot and then a series of huge elbows. And here he comes again.
Elbow after elbow after elbow with that 7th, 8th elbow, and that's got to put Mentallo away. We might have a new champ here.
Didn't hook the leg, though. Didn't hook the leg.
No, he wasn't quite in a position to twist himself around and grab that leg. He just kind of landed that last elbow and stayed on top of the man, and that may have cost him a win here. But Bobby Schink's still firmly in control of this matchup. Mentallo down to one knee, hanging on the ropes. You do not see the CWE champion Mentallo in a position like this very often. I'm going to go out on a limb here and make a bold prediction. We might have a new champ tonight. We are going to have a new champ tonight. Bobby Schink is in firm control.
He certainly is. Listen, I got to tell you something. We know that he's been a great tag team competitor, and we know when he broke into the scene, he was the next big thing. But he's proven it right now, and he's proving it to Mentallo. He is. Like, he could be the future champion.
That's right. He has been all over this country, wrestling, owning his craft, and in a few short years, he has become, one of the biggest names in all of Canada and Canadian professional wrestling as well. Mentallo caught that knee, though.
But that's the thing about Mentallo. Mentallo knows exactly how much energy to exert at any particular time and knows when to strike. And now he's got a figure 4 leg lock on sweet Bobby Schink right now.
That's right. You got a man who's damn near 7 feet tall. How do you counter that? Well, you take out those long giraffe legs of his and you put a figure 4 leg lock on him so he can't get back up to that height advantage that he has.
And Schink right now is trying to get out. He's nowhere near. Oh, yeah, he just. Now, the guy is so big, he basically has to roll over like you would in bed when your wife tells you you're snoring too much. And look at this. He's able to get anywhere near that ring. He's only just basically 1 arm's length away. And when you flip this over, you could reverse it. But Mentallo now, the pressure goes to Mentallo's legs, and he's right on the ropes and breaks the hold.
Mentallo's more than just good looks. He's got a head on his shoulders, too, and he knew to keep himself near those ropes, just in case Bobby Schink did roll him over, he could have that hold broken the second Bobby Schink starts applying pressures onto the legs and knees of Mentallo. And as you can see by Mentallo throwing these kicks, that reversal didn't really affect him that much because he got out of it very quickly.
We know Mentallo has traveled around the entire world in professional wrestling, held championships everywhere, and now applying the pressure to sweet Bobby Schink and keeping that man down. That's an abdominal stretch.
Yes, it certainly is a modified version of it. He's got it in tight. And the bigger you are, your lat and your abdominal muscles are, the more there is to stretch.
This has to be one of Bobby Schink's toughest matchups to date. And look at the strength as he just hip tosses Mentallo from a standing position. And Mentallo weighs in at about 248 pounds.
Mentallo's a big guy, landed on the small of his back there. You can see him holding that back a little bit from the way he landed. And Bobby Schink taking advantage now. Big flying hip check to the body of the champion.
Looks like he's playing old-time hockey in the 70s with a hip check like that. Looks like a reversal. Schink hits the turnbuckles. No, up and over. Mentallo comes back. Oh, and a kick to the guts. And look at Bobby Schink. Oh, my!
Scissor kick, and down goes Mentallo. Bobby Schink looking like he is on a mission here. He has made it his goal to take this belt off of Mentallo tonight, and he just might accomplish that.
We could see history being made tonight on CWE Adrenaline. Oh, and a flying clothesline. The man doesn't need to go up to the top rope because he stands on the second rope. He's like he's there, but I think I spoke too soon.
Yeah, there might not be enough ceiling room. Oh, there isn't. He's got to watch. He doesn't take out some of these light fixtures.
Oh!
And right across the
1, 2, and no, not new champ. Mentallo feeling the effects of wrestling this big man, sweet Bobby Schink, right here on CWE Adrenaline in our main event.
Schink in shock that didn't work. I think a lot of us are, but he needs to shake that shock off and get back on top of his opponent here if he wants to put this match away and walk away as the new champion.
What a tremendous matchup you're seeing here on CWE Adrenaline, main event anywhere in Canada. Sweet Bobby Schink, Mentallo for the CWE Championship. All the marbles trying to get a chokeslam on him. Mentallo gets outside onto the ring apron, kicks Bobby Schink. Schink comes back, shoulder block. Look at this, and up and over. Non-traditional way. And look at this. The kicks that Mentallo is famous for. He's fired up. Listen to this crowd. Trying to get him up for a pile driver. Oh, didn't get all of it. Schink is so big and awkward to move around, but the pressure still. No.
Schink managing to get his shoulder up.
Yeah, he just slipped out last second of that pile driver. Mentallo probably didn't get all the peanuts on it that he wanted.
And it's a good thing he didn't, because I don't know if they got a stretcher long enough to carry Bobby Schink out of here if he got a flush pile driver hit on him.
Feet be sticking out of the ambulance. Mentallo now back in control. Huge chop.
There you go, softening him up.
The crowd is loving this one. Trying to get him around. Looks reverse, wraps around him. Look at Schink. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Big kick to the side of the head of your champ.
Mentallo seeing stars and more than just Kevin Cannon sitting at ringside.
Misses with the clothesline, comes back. Big super kick to the top of the face. That's huge elevation on sweet Bobby Schink. It comes back to that
running knee.
1, 2. He got him. He got him.
Narrowly escapes with the championship still around his waist. Possibly the hardest fought match of his title reign.
Absolutely, sweet Bobby Schink proving to Mentallo, the fans, this worldwide television audience, that he could hang with the best of them. And we know that great things are going to come from Bobby Schink in the future. And the referee holds up that championship belt. That's what the sport is all about. The CWE Championship. You hold that. You are the best in Canada.
Best in Canada, and he has faced the best in the world. Everyone from Brian Danielson all the way down to Wildman Firpo and everybody in between. But nevertheless, he is the CWE champ, and he is damn proud of it.
He's just looking over at sweet Bobby Schink, the professional, ever the sport. Mentallo, will he offer the hand in congratulations? We know big things are going to have, pardon the pun, with Bobby Schink. And listen to this, the show of respect, get the crowd to fire up. And he does. Look at Schink with a show of respect. This was your main event. And still your CWE champion, the zombie killer Mentallo. On behalf of Kid Remington and the mastermind Kevin Cannon, Dave Petro saying good night from CWE Adrenaline.